Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's look, I created this Glam full face makeup tutorial. So let's get started. Today I am very excited because I have a very special model with me, which is my mom. So I'm going to be doing a full face glam makeup tutorial. So keep on watching because I know you guys are going to love it. Okay, so I'm going to start off by using my Tarte Pro eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to take the shade Chic with the Morphe E28 brush, and I'm going to apply this onto her crease. Actually going to use a blush for this next step, and I'm using the Tarte Blush Palette. This was from the 2015 makeup collection they came out with. So I'm taking the shade Fetchin, which is a deeper kind of pink color. I'm just going to apply it right on top of the previous shade that we used, and I'm going to apply it onto the crease as well. I'm going back with my Tarte Pro eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to take the shade No Filter with the same brush. I'm still using my Morphe E28 brush, and I'm just going to apply this onto the crease, but more so on the outer corner of the eye. So now I'm gonna use a double chrome eyeshadow, which is a purplish pinky brownish shade, which is called Minx, from the same Tarte Pro palette, this shade right here. And I'm going to take my Morphe M22 brush, and I'm going to apply this shade onto the lid. neutral, warm neutral eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to take this pink shade right here with the same Morphe M22 brush, and I'm going to take this shade, top of the excess, and applying it right in front of this purple shade that we used previously. So now going with a lighter shade for the inner corner of the eye. I'm going to take the Too Faced Boudoir eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to take the shade Classic. And I'm just going to apply this lighter pink shade onto the inner corners of the eyes, just to highlight a little bit that area. Okay, so now that the eyeshadow is done, I'm going to go with an eyeliner to make up very light cat eye. So I'm going to use my Urban Decay Ink for Eyes black eyeliner. People that actually apply mascara onto the lashes before applying the false lashes, but I prefer to not apply any mascara and just go with that fake eyelashes first. So I'm going to be using the Ardell eyelashes in the number 105. And I'm going to take my Duo Dark Tone Eyelash Adhesive. And when you apply the glue to the eyeshadow, you don't want to go directly with the eyelashes to apply the eyelashes too fast, because you want to give the glue at least 30 to 45 seconds for it to dry out. So that way when you apply the false eyelash, you don't have too much trouble with the eyelash moving around too much. Studio Fix Fluid Foundation in the shade NC25. So if you have her same skin tone kinda, your shade on the Studio Fix Fluid is NC25. I'm going to use the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in the shade NW20. I'm going to take a pump. Take the lightest shade, this one right here, and I'm going to take my beauty blender damp, and I'm just going to set the under eye. And I'm going to be using my Benefit Chickathon palette, and I'm going to take my Hoola bronzer, and I'm just going to bronze her face. I'm going to use the same one that I use for the eyeshadow from the Tarte Blush Palette, the shade Fetching. top of the excess. Smile. And then now a little bit right onto the apples of the cheeks. And just blend it towards the bronzer that we just applied. Just like so. And now onto the other side, we do the same thing. Smile. We go on this side. Translucent powder from NYC. And I'm just going to bake a little bit under the bronzer, just like so. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave that there for a few minutes, and while I wait for that to set, I'm gonna take my Anastasia Glow Kit in That Glow, and I'm gonna take the shade Sunburst and Drippin' in Gold, and I'm just going to apply this on the cheekbones. Going back to the eyeshadow, I'm going to finish the lower lash line, and I'm going to take the deeper purple eyeshadow. Look up. Alright. Okay. Okay, this is who we are, okay? So if you need to laugh, laugh, okay? Okay, okay. Okay, so for the final touch, I'm going to spray MAC's 6 Plus. Okay, and then on top of that, I'm gonna be using my Urban Decay the Slick Oil Control Makeup Setting Spray. That's gonna dry out by itself. Hi guys! I thank my beautiful daughter for this beautiful makeup tutorial she did for me today. So she's the best. Give thumbs up for her and don't forget to subscribe to her page. Okay guys, so I thank my mom so much for letting me do her makeup. I really do hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you guys on my next video. Donald's like, hey people, I thank my beautiful daughter for this beautiful makeup. Hi guys, I thank my beautiful daughter for making this beautiful makeup artist. Hi guys. Hi guys, I thank my beautiful daughter for this beautiful makeup tutorial she did for me today. Hi guys. Hi guys. ¿En serio?